Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And you have seen Norra, and you have seen Darkness and our Veigar Trundle deck, but you have not seen this combination of both. So the new wave in these days, you gotta get with the times, is Norra Veigar. It's no longer Norra Heimerdinger, it's Norra Veigar. Obviously, you lose the advantage of being able to turbo level Norra with the turrets, but you trade that for the whole Veigar package, which gives you a lot of additional removal. Because as you saw with that Veigar Trundle deck from the other day, you're able to play Veigar, Ixtali, and Descent Ada. But because we're still in Vandal City, we can also play Catalyzer. So if we have Catalyzer or Veigar be able to hit or stay in the field in the case of Veigar, then it makes our Descent Ada just such a potential game ender later on in the game, with her zero cost darkness just dealing like 3, 4, 5, or even more to all the opponent's units. It ends up being pretty nutty of how good of a finisher Descent Ada is. In the meantime, you still have kind of like the Norra package, right? So you have Norra, the Young Construct, and the Portapaloozas to allow you to just have a bunch of like random blockers and potentially level up Norra to kind of just finish up the games. And then obviously we combine all of that with a lot of removal tools from Shadow Isles and Vandals. So Minimorph, because of how popular Nami and Lee Sin are. You play stuff like Battlefeast, Unspeakable Horrors, Pokesticks, right? Quietus and Hayspike. All of these tools letting you be able to just kill the opponent's units. Concologists can even give you more answers there. And then we even play Aloof Travelers to just remove the opponent's like very nice, the opponent's big removals, etc. This deck feels really clean in my opinion. It is a control deck, right? While still playing Norra and Veigar, like that's kind of like the main win conditions of the deck. And you'll see again just how important this Descent Ada are. I wonder if it's actually worth it to play Descent Ada in regular Darkness decks. Who knows? It might be a little bit too expensive at 8 cost, but you know, it might be worth it. It might be worth it just because it's like a one-sided. It becomes like a pack your bags, right? It becomes 0 cost pack your bags for the most part. So yeah, but anyways, hope you enjoyed this combination of 2 decks and you enjoy the games coming up soon. If you like our content and you like our video, please make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Timelines. Ooh, that was a weird like transition there. I like the Veigar. I like the Veigar a lot. I think I can afford to go greedy here. Okay, the Construct is a lot better blocker than the Oncologist was, right? So it might just be a pure control. Again, the problem is that control has a hard time against Timelines because they can just get so much value. Doesn't look like the opponent hit the Timelines though in turn 1, so that is good for us. I guess let's push as much as we can. I like the mark. We have enough pings. The mark lets me beat something even if the opponent has a good blocker for it, right? Got ping that instead of attacking, but I think I'd rather keep my pings for later. So I'm just gonna go here. So we ended up with the same result, except that the opponent obviously spend their mana on a Boom as a blocker instead of anything else. The opponent will need to have Thermo here to stop this Veigar. Ooh, they have exactly enough mana for Thermo, huh? So they have exactly enough mana for Thermo. So I'm gonna actually go for... I guess we can just Pokey. Let's just Pokey first. Let's just Pokey first because this guy has quick attack. Do I play around the Thermo? I think we do. I think let's go Aloof. It does stairs. Okay, so no very nice. Let's go Aloof. Let's just go Aloof here. Do we play Norra this turn? I don't hit the Norra this turn. Opponent could have the Mystic, and we'll just do the Mark of the Isle so that Norra can push damage. Okay, they finally get their timelines. We helped them out by playing the aloof, right? We got them to the timeline turn. Okay, but the opponent doesn't actually have anything else. Interesting. I guess it's just a combat cook right here, right? Yeah. I'm still a little bit scared of the thermal. So I'm hesitant to play this Veigar. Kind of pain. Okay, I'm okay with that. We can chump block this all game long. We can actually chump block this all game long. So, not too concerned about it. We lose the Portapalooza. So we lose the Portapalooza. We can play the Catalyzer here. Opponent can no longer attack with the Sandcrafter because he lets my Catalyzer stay alive. Yeah, so it's a little bit awkward for them, right? If they tap out of Thermal, it means that we can play Veigar. Oh, they're gonna go for the quick attack. I guess we just play Veigar then, right? They're gonna go for the quick attack. They're gonna go for the Fix and Moper to try to kill the Catalyzer. And once they do that, we can just go Hate Spike, for example. Or we can even go Darkness. I kind of like the Hate Spike. I guess we can just do it when the opponent actually attacks, right? But then that means that this is not getting any value. Yeah, we can go like this. The one thing I have to be worried about is gonna be very nice, right? Regen. We could have also played the Quietus instead. That could have been an option for us to go for. We have enough Loot Travelers to kind of play around the very nice. I think we always open attack here. Oh, that's huge. That's huge because it puts the Norra out of range of a Mystic Shot. That's a pretty nice high roll. It puts her out of range of a Mystic Shot, which is amazing. This is gonna go higher and higher every single turn. If opponent kills the Veigar, we have a second Veigar now. Combat Cook again. Let's go Loot Travelers now so that we can potentially play around. So I like going Loot Travelers now so that we can play around a potential very nice next turn. This is going to be a 5, so now we can actually kill like the Sandcrafters and stuff like that. Might actually prefer to wait until it's at 6. So I might wait for it to be at 6. Okay, so Revna is not a bad hit. It's funny that we got another Young Construct that's a special summon. So we have another chump blocker that would let us to potentially level up the Norra. So if we wait for the Darkness to be at 6, it allows us to level up Veigar from just 2 Darknesses. So like, okay, opponent ends up with the Thermal, which is what we called that they had the whole time. So we were playing around the Thermal early on. Fortunately, opponent got it, so it is what it is. Let's go here. They don't have very nice though, because what we discarded was a Revna. They're gonna have to worry about this Norra soon. And as I say that, they find the answer for the Norra. Let's play Catalyzer. It stops the opponent from being able to attack, because otherwise they get punished by the Catalyzer. They got the Aftershock, really? Come on. They don't have a way to kill this anymore, right? So we just go here. Obviously the downside is that we don't get another Darkness. So there is one downside. We don't get another Darkness, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. But at this point, I think I'd rather just put the Darkness as big as possible, because the moment that we get The moment that we get an Ada, or even its tally, it's going to be a lot of damage, right? Like, Darkness is going to be a 5. Okay, opponent decides not to attack there. We can just attack here. And just keep our blockers. I'm not going to play around the Very Nice. Opponent has shown that they don't have it for a little while now. So I'm going to pretend that it's not real. I have to pretend that Very Nice is not real. I guess they could have hit the stairs. That could be a big annoyance. Do we let this Darkness continue to go up? Yeah, I don't hate it. Yeah, we gotta pretend that the opponent doesn't get Very Nice. Pack. Well, Pack is also a little bit problematic then. Because that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage that the opponent's gonna pull with all the overwhelms. We have plenty of blockers. And we have the Darkness to get rid of one of their units here. Oh, we have the Moonlight Affliction now. So we can do Moonlight Affliction and we can do Darkness. So the Darkness gets rid of their Hunting Fleet here, which is their biggest unit. Opponent can transfer the equipment somewhere else though, but if they transfer that equipment, I think I'm chilling.
I'm doing this my way.
They're gonna go after the Heimer then, right? They're gonna go after the Heimer. I guess does it matter then? They have the buy. They have to buy. Let's go like this. They're gonna go after the Heimer. We can potentially silence a lot of things. We can go here. We can kill. I want these units to die. I really want these units to die. Do I really want to protect this Heimer? Do I really want to protect this Heimer? Opponent's gonna still keep the quick attack from the fix them uppers. I kinda wanna kill this too though. It's a lot of damage that we're taking if we let this go. So if we block like this, we go down to 3. And we can play Norra. If we silence, we can kill. Let's go here. We let these units die. We go like this. Armor stays alive, and if we get Ada, we're chilling. But we really need the Ada. We really need the Ada for this. Oh, we could kill the Vi. Please, opponent, play something. Oh, we could kill the Vi with the Quietus. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, opponent gave us the chance to do it. Wow, I almost threw an opponent gave us a chance. The problem here is this guy's gonna slowly kill us too. So we need to be a little bit careful there. We got the Ada. Let's go ahead Norra first. See if the opponent commits anything to kill Norra. And then the Ada is gonna do all the damage that we need to be able to win this game. Need to kind of play around very nice. I need to play around very nice, no? So what if we just push this damage here first? Have the opponent commit more cards, and then we play the Death and the Ada. Okay. So we go here, that clears the whole board. Because this darkness is dealing 8. And Veigar levels up. But this is the whole reason why we've been waiting. Why we've been being so focused on Veigar staying on the field. By the way, if the opponent cannot kill Veigar next turn, we can just play darkness into face because it's gonna deal 9. So darkness is gonna deal 9. And we might have the Mark of the Isles to actually save our Veigar against almost anything. I guess opponent's able to just pull. They need to kill the Veigar right away then, right? They need to kill the Veigar right away, but they still lose. They still lose their Vi to the darkness right after. So they still lose their Vi to the darkness right after. Cool. So if we get an Istali, we win the game. So Istali wins us the game as soon as the opponent summons another unit. We can play aloof right now to get around the Very Nice. And I think now that the opponent taps out is perfect. Opponent's gonna have to block the Ada next turn. They go for another City Breaker. Wow. There's the Very Nice. I'm not gonna rely. Do I rely on us getting a portal? Oh, never mind. We can just go here now. Thank you for choosing something that has 1 health. Thank you for choosing something that has 1 health. This should be lethal. Opponent has a single card. We have a pretty wide board. That actually makes it worse because now it means that dies to the Ada. Because opponent has to block the Descent Ada, right? So we go... I guess we spread it out. Let's spread it out like this. This plays around the Mystic shots. Opponent has to freeze here. And then the freeze loses to the Mark of the Isles. It has to... the opponent should do Very Nice. Ooh, it had to be Very Nice, I think. I guess we go here then, right? I don't... Ah, wait, we're 1 off. I guess we're 1 off because the opponent crossed the Ada. Yeah, we're always 1 off. Opponent's gonna put us to 4. Let's go ahead and do the Portapalooza. We get the Minimore. A second Very Nice. If the opponent goes for the Pot of Pain, they're pushing 2 damage next turn. The Minimove kind of saves us a little bit, and there's the Istali. So the Istali is all we needed to win the game. Because of the darkness. The darkness is dealing 9, remember? So no matter what the opponent plays here, it's game.
I would very much like to study your weapon.
Sorry.
Nice try. Predicted into the June that could have given them the lifesteal. Boom. And you can see why Veigar is so important. Descent Ada is so good. Descent Ada is so good in this particular deck. It just wins so many games when you can drop her down, so GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Teemo Caitlyn. We are kind of like a control deck, so we have a lot of ways to deal with Teemo. So I think opponent's going to be pretty sad here. Do I like the Unspeakable Horror? I like the Poke and I like the Haste Spike. I don't think I like the Unspeakable Horror. Biofish is probably a little bit better, to be honest, because it gives me a unit that I can use to Haste Spike. The downside is that the opponent's attacking on turn 1. So because the opponent's attacking on turn 1, they could have Teemo here and push 1 damage. But then I guess he lets us do the Biofish on the Teemo on turn 2. And we just heal up this 1 damage. So all we have is just 5 Shrooms in our deck. But by doing the by keeping the Biofish instead of the Unspeakable Horror, again, it lets me have a target for the Haste Spike. The Haste Spike does get punished by a couple things though, so I need to be careful about that. So the Haste Spike gets punished by their own Mystic. So they could have like Mystic, they could have Pokestick. Let's just push 1 damage. That 1 damage might actually matter later in the game. Oh, we drew the 1 shroom already. Cool. Okay. I want the opponent to be forced to Mystic this Catalyzer. It's 1 less Mystic that's gonna hit Norra later. Poison Dart. Why did we Haste Spike now? Why did we Haste Spike now? So that we can always Pokey Stick this Peddler, right? We can an elusive. We can always Pokey Stick this Peddler. Let's go here. I want to play Veigar this turn. So if the opponent taps out like a Thermo, I think I'm playing the Veigar. Opponent's thinking about it. Again, every Mystic that goes to a Catalyzer is 1 less Mystic that goes to Norra. Okay? I think we just go Veigar. That also does the job. And it lets me kill a Caitlyn next turn because now our Darkness is going to be at 3. So Darkness is going to be at 3. Veigar has 5 HP, so I guess Thermo still kills us. But if this Veigar stays in the field a long time, the opponent is going to just lose the game. We can Pokey Stick. The Teemo's going to have a Darkness to it. Let's go here. Let's go here first. I don't want to commit the Darkness. I don't want to commit the Darkness. We are going to take 3 damage here, though. We're going to take 3 damage here. Unless the opponent gets greedy. Okay, they don't get greedy. Let's go ahead and do the Norra. Let's go ahead and go for the Norra. Again, forcing the opponent to have to Mystic this Norra. Otherwise, they're in trouble. I guess let's Conchologist too. Perfect. I wanted to get a way to be able to bring back the Norra if I need to. I need to be worried about what's her name? Okay, I mean need to be worried about the Corina, right? We are at 13 HP. Now we do have an Ixtali now, so that is nice. We can actually commit this Darkness since we have an Ixtali. So we could commit this Darkness. We have our elusive blockers. So by committing this Darkness now, because it's a 4, the Ixtali will let us level up the Veigar. I'm forcing these shrooms out of the opponent now. Maybe we should open with that first when we drew the Ixtali. So we have 32 shrooms. We will have an Ixtali, which will allow us to lifesteal. I want to keep the Mistcall open, and I also want to be able to keep Ixtali open here. So Ixtali into the Darkness to level up the Veigar. We have blockers for the Chump Wump. It's gonna have to be Corina. And I hope that the opponent hits a bunch of them. Okay, well. The Ava is gonna die to the Darkness here. Veigar levels up. And we have a lifesteal. Opponent cannot even attack. Ava Ashiever. Also, by the way, the Descent Ada allows us to actually hit with Veigar onto the face. Okay, so he's hoping that we draw a ton here. What we have to do is that we have to actually open. So we actually have we ended up drawing 0 shrooms. Okay. I still think I like the open. Well, do we have to open anymore? Can we just go Descent Ada? So if we open 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, And that's gonna be 14? Yeah, we can just open. That lets me play around a potential like Karina and random shenanigans. This is gonna hit face. This is gonna lifesteal. We go to 15. Unless the opponent has like a stress defense here. The opponent is still dying to the darkness, right? The darkness is dealing 6. So they have to find a way to stop 6 damage. Stun and deal 2. Okay, I mean, that gets them there, but then they're losing in the open attack, right? So they are hoping that they get the Karina. They are hoping they get the Karina is what it looks like to me. Because this is going to deal 6. So this is going to deal 6. We can go for... Obviously, I don't want to draw. I think we go for the Unspeakable Horror. Just in case, I want to heal 1. I want to heal this 1 just in case. That I need to worry about anything. We can beat the Teemo with the Quietus. Just in case that we get like a crazy like Karina and he hits like 11 shrooms, we live at 1. You never know. You never know, right? RNG is RNG. We don't need to go for the Nexus because obviously we have the Veigar just dealing 7 to the Nexus. Because we're gonna get some shrooms here on the draw. Yeah, we get 3. Opponent goes Karina and could also go for the draw 3. And that could actually get them to push 9. If they don't deal with... The problem is that... So yeah, so they can do Karina. There we go. So Karina. And there we go. We live at 1. Opponent could have Mystic Shot or anything else. And we lose. Pokestick, Mystic, draw 3. Is that 1 HP for the Unspeakable Horror? Wow. Remember when I said, let me use Unspeakable Horror last turn? Because that 1 HP might matter? Why did I say? Why did I say? We actually drew 11 shrooms between a natural draw and the Karina. Wow. Got a little bit lucky that the opponent didn't have any burn, but 1 HP matters against shrooms. You never know with the RNG. 1 HP matters. GG's. In this matchup, we're going up against Darkness. So Darkness versus Budget Darkness. Oh, man. You have a blocker, right? For their... Do I keep both of these so that I can tag their Catalyzer? Do I keep both pings so that I can hit their Catalyzer and not have to worry about the Catalyzer actually hitting me? I don't dislike the idea. Because I feel like whoever gets their Darkness to 4 has a big edge in this matchup. So by preventing the Catalyzer from hitting, I'm better off, right? So like we can go Poke and Bio. We get our own Catalyzer too. Oh, we can go here and then here. That still gets me the card. If the opponent has stress defense, they can save it. Yeah, there you go. So I want to be able to... I want to be able for that to not trigger, right? So I need to be able to stop that from being able to trigger. Opponent could have Veigar next turn, which is probably one reason for us to just open pass first. Okay, another reason is that obviously our units just died to this Darkness, right? So our units just died to that Darkness. So I like the pass. Wow. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this and getting our Darkness to 3. So now we can kill their Senna. Yeah, so opponent's gonna try to kill this Veigar, but it's not gonna be enough this turn. So darkness goes to 3, and I think darkness being at 3 is good enough to get us in a pretty significant edge. Because we'll have darkness plus Biofeast to kill like a Veigar or a Senna that the opponent has. If the opponent doesn't do anything here, I'm willing to pass and just get my darkness to 4. But I want to be able to be I want to be able to kill a Veigar. So I need to be able to keep enough mana. Wow. Wow. So we can just go Norra, go Catalyzer, and just push damage this way. Get our darkness to 5. Get our darkness to 5, and I think we're chilling now. We have a Biofeast to just ping the Road Maker that blocks the Catalyzer. We got more portals in the deck now. Maybe the opponent's worried about like a miscall.
For the wicked, for the dead, I bring rest.
Yeah, let's just go here. What I'm gonna do is that... Okay, so we have 7 mana next turn, plus 2 if we do the Biofeast right now. Opponent doesn't have access to save this Senna. We lose the Veigar. Darkness is at 5 though. Opponent's darkness is only at 2. We Biofeast here, and we have Ixtali to be able to kill another unit next turn, because we'll have 7 plus 2 is going to be 9, so we have enough to play Ixtali plus... Yeah, we have enough to play the Ixtali plus the darkness. We even get a keg. That's kind of funny. There it is. Opponent's gonna be able to kill. Opponent's gonna. This darkness is at 2, by the way. It just shows that way. Opponent will be able to kill my Norra, but we can kill their Senna again. If opponent wants to save that Senna, that's a mistake, right? Because if the opponent has, opponent's gonna have miscall, right? I guess they cannot attack with the Senna without just losing to it. So I'm pretty sure that the opponent has miscall.
Ready to fire.
I'm chilling doing this. I'm actually chilling doing this. Opponent commits a darkness, and they don't have a way to kill Norra anymore. Okay.
Getting dark.
Now we play darkness on the Senna. We level up our Veigar, by the way. We level up our Veigar, because that's gonna add to 10, so that's gonna be 15, right? Opponent doesn't have access to miscall anymore, and doesn't have the Senna fast speed shenanigans anymore. We probably want to open though. So we probably want to open to play like a random Ruination. That's 2 Sennas down. The problem is that we don't have a way to kill their Veigar anymore, right? So we don't have a way to kill their Veigar, so if the opponent does summon the Veigar, we're in trouble. Opponent has only done 1 darkness, right? 1. I guess 2. No, they done 3. They done 3. That's why this is at 6, yeah. They've done 3 darknesses so far, right? 2 from Senna, and yeah, so the opponent has access to their own Veigar. We're in a bad spot.
Off we go.
Like a pretty bad spot in my opinion. What if we attack with everything? I don't mind eating up this block, so I'm gonna be able to refill the board over and over again, right?
Honestly.
Their darkness is also cost 1, so that's a big advantage that the opponent has. That every darkness that they have is gonna be a lot cheaper than our darkness, which is gonna be very problematic. Ooh, that's not enough, right? Yeah, that's not enough to kill that Norra. I guess opponent probably has Biofeast then on top of it, but if they have both, they would have done it right away. So this is, they're digging. Okay, so they're digging. They're digging. for an answer. You can Porto Palooza here and just have a bunch of turrets. This levels of Norra. So this levels of Norra now. If opponent has Ruination, that's the only punish here. So Ruination is the only punish here. And we have a Loop Travelers. Norra is leveled up now. We still have one portal, so we could potentially get something nice. We get Catalyzer. We have blockers for this, right? I wanted to make sure that I have space here. So now their darkness is gonna be at 3. So now their darkness is gonna be at 3, unfortunately. Let's ping the Ruination if they have it. So if the opponent has Ruination, I want to hit it right now. Withering Well? Okay. That's the most expensive card, which means that they could still have the Veigar, etc. We have a really good chance of getting the portal next turn, so I'm not going to play anything. Because I want whatever unit to get summoned right away, right? So I want whatever unit we get to get summoned right away. Opponent's going to go for Miskulls. Okay, so their darkness is going to be huge. Their darkness is going to be huge. What about we do this? What about we do this instead? Jetty. Second Withering Well, so no Ruination. No Ruination. The reason I wanted to do this is because I'm going to play Descent Ada next turn. We're going to play Descent Ada next turn and just clear the opponent's whole board. Because the darkness is doing 6. So we do lose to the Ruination, but we already did 2 Loops and we never hit a Ruination, so the opponent will have to top deck the Ruination here for them to be able to come back from this. So I wanted to set up this Decenada. And in order for me to do that, I wanted to be confident that I wouldn't have to hit a Ruination. So the second aloof was necessary because the opponent drew 2 extra cards with hidden pathways. So we couldn't rely on the fact that the first one didn't hit it earlier. But this also gets rid of both Catalyzers, so the opponent still only has a 3 damage darkness. Okay, oh, I swear, I was like, they top decked it? Are you kidding me? I like the attack. Opponent's gonna have to kill this Norra. Stress defense, okay. Second stress defense. Biofeast. Let's poke our own Norra so they don't get the heal and don't get the blockers. So I like poking here so that the opponent doesn't get the heal and doesn't get any additional blockers either. We're still in a good spot. I don't think we actually need to do anything. I think we keep our whole hand how it is, because opponent is the one that has to do something here, right? Quietus means that we can actually kill their Veigar now. So we drew the perfect counter for their Veigar. We already killed 2 Sennas. Sure. We got a second Norra. Darkness is at 3, by the way. It's a visual glitch right now, but remember, we know that the Catalyzer hit 1 time. So their darkness could kill our Norra. But the good thing about the portals is that no matter how often the opponent removes my units, I'm still chilling. Opponent is messed up. Opponent has lost track of how much damage their darkness is dealing. So opponent lost track of how much damage their darkness is dealing. Unless they have a way to kill this Ice Jetty. So Riot needs to fix this glitch, right? Because what happens is that if 2 players are playing darkness, it keeps increasing the cost of the opponent's... Like, it keeps showing visually that it's increasing both darknesses. So you have to kind of keep in mind what your darkness is at. Ours was a 5 and theirs was only at 3. But the reason that both our darkness show 6 is because he adds up all the buffs together. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Nami TF Lee Sin. I think this matchup is pretty bad for us. The Quietus is so risky. I don't know if the Quietus actually makes sense. Because the opponent's never going to play Nami, right? Before she's leveled up, because they have to play around the Quietus. I like this hand better, especially the Catalyzer. I guess opponent could have Heavy Metal. So Heavy Metal is the only thing that deals with the Catalyzer here. Otherwise, opponent's actually going to not have any blockers for this. Wow. Okay. So we get a free Darkness trigger and potentially have another trigger next turn, right? So we're potentially going to have another Darkness trigger next turn. So this is feeling pretty good so far. I'm passing. I'm passing because this is obviously delaying the opponent. Now we have Minimorph for a potential Nami. Opponent was desperate here. Usually their highest cost card is Lee Sin, by the way. So opponent's playing 1 Lee Sin. Darkness is a 4. Let's see if we can get it. Imagine if we have Veigar here. Imagine if we have Veigar here. Oh, too late. Okay, Nakaboros. So that's the second eye. I don't hate it. We have the Minimorph for a Nami. Which is probably the correct play, by the way. Instead of the Lee Sin. Because opponent's only playing 1 Lee. Opponent's only playing 1 Lee. So I think it's actually correct to go after the Nami. Let's go Veigar. Let's go Veigar here and force the opponent to have an answer. By the way, this Darkness is at 4 now, so we can actually threaten to kill the Nami. So maybe we do save the Minimorph for the Lee, right? Especially now that the opponent went for the Overwhelm. They only play 1 Lee, because there's no way that they're playing a 2-2 split. So I can feel pretty confident this is gonna be Lee Sin. 1 Lee Sin, sorry. Do we let him have this? I guess we threaten, right? We should bait out the spells. If the opponent has the spells, we should bait them out right now. So if the opponent has a Twin or a Wuju style, we force them to use it right now, right? It's a little bit more aqua for them that way. So, yeah. Elusive gone. I guess we can play Norra now. Darkness is a 5. Okay, I like this Norra. I like this Norra because no matter what the opponent plays, we can kill it. If it's like a Shelly, we have Darkness. If it's a Shelly, we have Darkness. If it's a Burblefish, we have Pokestick. I think this is worth the Darkness. We have it Stally anyways to try to kill the Nami. That's still lethal. Oh, they have double momentous choice. I don't know why I said lethal, but that's that. They have double momentous choice, really. Okay, they got the heavy metal as well. That's actually bad, because I mean the opponent just used that spell for no reason. Let's keep our mana so that we can play Stally into the Darkness. Nami's not leveled up just yet. Lee Sin. They could have the 2 spells, which will allow them to level up the Lee Sin, right? So I think this is where we go for the Minimorph from the Lee. We go Minimorph and we go Bio here. So that we have a blocker for the Mini-T. So that's the 1 Lee Sin, right? That's the 1 Lee Sin. Why does he say 1 out of 2? To my knowledge, opponent hasn't played any spells this round, right? Might actually want to keep the Stally, by the way. I want to see if the opponent... No, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Force the opponent to do the Tailstones if they have it. So if they have the Tailstones, there we go. This forces it out of them. It's getting risky, actually. It's getting risky because this guy's becoming really big. We don't really have a great way to deal with the opponent's units. So, I like the Conchologist to try to look for an answer. I like the Mark of the Isles. I like the Mark of the Isles. We can go Catalyzer. Oh. Wow. This is so bad. This is actually so bad now. Let's go with Stally. Let's go with Stally, because he's going to force the opponent to have to open attack. So this is going to force the opponent to have to open attack. Otherwise, the Stally just kills them. Opponent could easily have... So I should do it now. So I should take the heal now, by the way. Because the opponent could easily have Homecoming next time. So we always take the heal right now, because the Homecoming... Because this has Overwhelm, the Homecoming can actually kill us on the Hookmaster. This way we're forcing the opponent to use 2 spells here. We're gonna have to sacrifice our Veigar, I think, by the way. So we might just be dead anyways, right? We might have to sacrifice our Veigar, but we might just be dead to the Homecoming. The Disciple is also a big deal. 4th, so yeah, wow. There's no way they have everything, right? The Homecoming actually doesn't kill us? Does it kill us? Are you serious? This is telling me that the opponent's gonna do both spells right now. So the opponent goes for the Homecoming, right? If they have the Homecoming, they have to do it now. So we just go here. This also levels up our Veigar, giving us a better blocker. The triple Shelly. Would you style saves it? No, it doesn't. 6, 13, 15. Are we dead? They literally had everything, huh? We might be dead. 6, 13, 17. We're dead. There's no way that we beat this, right? There's no way that we beat this unless we get exactly an elusive blocker. And we don't get it. Yeah. Wow. Triple Shelly and Wuju style to be able to trigger the Shelly. We always lose then, right? If we play the Stally, we're always losing to the Wuju style as well. Because opponent's just pushing so much damage, so... Triple Shelly! Wow! GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Viego Evelynn. We should be okay here. We have Minimorph, right? We have Minimorph, and... Now we just need to get our champions, and I think we're chilling. So, let me see. Let me see. So, I need my champions. I do have a lot of Joy, and I'm gonna have a lot of portals, right? And I have a lot of Joy, and I have a lot of portals. We don't have... So we have a lot of portals because of the Portapaloozas and the Young Constructs. But we don't have any of our other stuff, right? So I don't care blocking here, because he just makes us a worse blocker later. I think we just attack right now. If the opponent wants to get the portals in here, that's okay with me. If the opponent goes for the Battlefields, we can haste back. Yeah, because the opponent doesn't want to kill this. Let's go second Construct. Alright. We want to minimorph the Viego, not the Evelynn, in my opinion. We can actually also kill the Evelynn with Quietus. Wait, Quietus is so good against Evelynn, now that I think about it. Wait, Quietus is so good against Evelynn. Huh. Okay. That's gonna be interesting. Do we go mana efficiency here first? Sure. Let's be mana efficient and just put the portals down. Because if we play the Concolliers, we're probably tapping out of mana.
Okay.
We will take 5 here. The downside is that we cannot mini-move the Viego right away, but we will be able to Quietus this Evelynn. Opponent's gonna have to have a second Evelynn. They could also have a haste spike. So opponent could also have a haste spike here. That will let them trigger. Their haste spike actually gets punished by our own haste spike because she only gets the stats when like a different unit does it, right? So she only gets the stats if she kills the haste spike. If she kills the husk. Not the other way around. Okay, so there we go. So they get it. They do get it. I guess we'll play Veigar here then. And we can still just mini-morph the Viego next turn. That way we can start getting this darkness to 3 damage. We have triple portal, so I think we have a good chance of getting a fearsome blocker. They could have their own Quietus. Not sure if the the Viego deck started playing it. They do. Okay, so they do have their own Quietus. Wow. Yeah, so I think we're in trouble now, right? We lose Veigar. I guess we still have the mini-morph, and opponent doesn't look like they have Viego, because if they have Viego, I think that you just play Viego there, but that's not true. Because you probably don't want your Viego to... Oh, as I say that, they play Viego now. This also keeps the Evelynn... No, Evelynn is not enough yet. She doesn't get there yet. She will have... The opponent will have to have a way to deal with this Quietus again next turn. We're gonna mini-move this Viego, because he has Overwhelm. Yeah, we're gonna just mini-move this Viego. Kinda sad that we're not getting any portals yet. So Evelynn goes back to 0 attack, and we can play the Quietus again. And maybe we can finally kill her. Opponent gets Spell Shield for their next unit, which could probably be the Invasive Hydrobind.
Don't waste my time.
Finally get some value, but we still need Norra. We still need Norra to really make this worth it. Again, Glimpse, Haste Spike gets them there. Doesn't look like they have either. And then to go for the Portapalooza first. Wow, I don't think I agree with that, by the way. So I don't think I agree with that play. Because now if we play a Norra, opponent's not going to have a way to kill the Norra unless they have the Vengeance. They're going to have to literally commit Vengeance to be able to kill a Norra. Let's attack here.
Take a load off.
Yeah, let's attack here. We have Fearsome Blocker for like a Hydrobind. We have 3 portals. As I say, it's gonna be Hydrobind with the Spell Shield. So we have a Fearsome Blocker for the Hydrobind. Opponent's gonna have a 3-cost miss. If the opponent gets Atrocity, they win, I guess. Yeah, if they get Atrocity, they win the game. Well, not anymore. We have blockers for everything. I said we lower the Trifarian. So a second miss gets them there. Yeah, a second miss gets them there. We can kill.
I thought better of you.
We're in trouble. I think we go here. Yeah, I think we go here and get another blocker.
You got legs.
I think this makes the most sense. That's also a pretty good roll. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get full advantage of it. The Descent Ada will be able to kill this Hydrobind, which is always nice. I hate doing this Pokey Stick, but I have to do it this way, even though it's going to pop this thing here. So we're gonna have to go for the Descendada. Hope that the opponent doesn't have Viego. We don't lose to Atrocity just yet. And we have plenty of blockers. Opponent still keeps one Hydrovine. So opponent still keeps one Hydrovine. Oh wait, it doesn't pop it. Actually, opponent doesn't keep one Hydrovine anymore.
Impress me.
It doesn't pop it because he hit the spell shield. So he actually kills both Hydrovines. So he kills both Hydrovines. We're gonna go down to 1 if the opponent has Atrocity. And then we still lose to a... Wow. Wow. What a surrender. Did they really have nothing else in their hand? Did they really think that they fell that far behind? I guess you lose 2 Hydrovines. You already lost an Evelynn, you already lost a Viego, and you lose 2 Hydrovines? Their hand must have been like full of defensive spells like Vengeance and stuff. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. You see what I'm talking about. How many games were won because of Descendada just clearing the whole opponent's board? It's crazy. We didn't get to see a lot of Norra value, except for like 1 game, right? Where she got to level, I guess more than 1 game, but like she got to really level up against that Darkness deck that we're playing against. But for the most part, you kind of see that you're winning mostly through Veigar and Descendada. So it's like playing a new variation of Darkness without Senna. It can be a little bit awkward, right? Because your Darkness is still pretty expensive. But I do like the Loot Travelers over playing the Roadmaker, because the Darkness just kind of ends up being like an alternate win condition. And obviously the Descendada come with a 0-cost Darkness anyways. So reducing the cost of it doesn't really matter as much as it will in a regular Darkness deck. In terms of mulligan, really just want to look for my champion. So I'm keeping Norra, I'm keeping Heimer, and also keeping Catalyzer so that I can get that Darkness to 3 or 4 as soon as possible. So Norra, Catalyzer, Veigar kind of sets you up, right? And then the rest of the cards you keep matchup dependent. I don't mind keeping the Junk Construct as well. It's a good early blocker that can get early portals into our deck. We can keep the Quietus if you're going against another like Norra Heimer deck, because this can kill Heimer really easily. It can kill a lot of units, right? So Quietus, keep it if you know that the opponent has a champion that dies to Quietus. You can keep Battlefiends against like aggro, for example. Keep Conchologist against aggro as well. Keep 1 Minimorph against like Viego decks, just so that you're able to deal with the Viego right away. And then your more expensive cards, usually you want to wait for later. Although you kind of saw us, right? If you have a good enough hand, like if you already have a Catalyzer in your hand and a Veigar or a Norra, you can keep 1 Descendada, because this is going to become really crazy later in the game at clearing the opponent's board. So yeah, and again, it's really easy for you to get to a late game condition because you have a lot of blockers with all the portals that you have. So that would be my recommendations for the mulligans on this deck. I hope you enjoyed the games today. If you did, please make sure to like this video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream 2 to 3 times a week. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.